morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you guys are watching this video. Track Step back and y'all with another one. Thank you for tuning in to 808 Scene Kicks. So today we're gonna get into a pair of sneakers that we have not seen hit the scene since 2005. 20 years, guys. 20 years since we seen these bad boys hit the scene. And let me tell you, when they first hit the scene, so many people that were fans of Pharrell were just going bonkers trying to get their hands on a pair of these. Me personally, at the time, I didn't get my hands on a pair of them. I was actually deployed at the time, if I'm not mistaken. I think I was in Japan back in 2005. Let me see. Yeah, I think I was in Japan around 2005, back when I was in the Navy. So, didn't get my hands on them. I seen them, I was like, yo, these are dope. You know, Pharrell himself, he knows how to style things. You know, the dude is, when it comes to fashion, you know, he's undefeated, hands down. Pharrell knows what he's doing. But, not gonna talk you guys' heads off. Gonna get those bad boys out, and we're gonna just jump right on into things. All right, guys, here we have them here, and they come in a nice box with all. Look at all this artwork on it. Top of the box says ice cream, and it has like a scoop with ice cream in it and diamonds. Says ice cream. Let's have let's have some. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. The detail in this box is crazy, guys. I really love it. The back of the box, it makes you think like you're looking at an actual box of ice cream. And it has the style facts. So of course on a box of ice cream you'll have the nutrition facts, but this has the style facts. On the side it says ingredients, hot prints, nice leather, sick outsole, crazy details, conceptual logo, originality, and perfection. Guarantee, be envied by many, the trendsetter of your clique, and a fashion icon amongst your peers. That's pretty cool. That's very cool. That is very cool. And of course on the excuse me, on the other side where you have your sizing information, I love how it also says pledge of purity. We pledge that ice cream is the fashion forward staple item, packed and delivered with plenty of favor. That's dope, guys. I love that. And I did go true to size in these bad boys. You cannot go wrong going true to size in the board flips. Very nice. Let's go on get into things. Opening up this bad boy, is nothing too much going on under the lid. You do have a couple of pictures of like ice cream cones right there under the flap. Other than that, it's pretty basic. The wrapping paper comes in your regular white tissue, nothing too fancy. Let's get these bad boys out the box. All right, guys, so you have them fresh out the box here. This is our BBC Ice Cream Reebok Board Flip Watermelon colorway. These definitely are crazy. They also had another colorway come out the same time as these called the pink lemonades. I want to say back in 2025 ComplexCon, at ComplexCon they released a handful of these, and then fast forward this year, this past May 6th is when we got a much wider release of these, the watermelons and the pink lemonade colorway. Very clean, very clean. 2005 is the first time we seen these bad boys hit the scene. Fast forward 20 plus years later, they brought these bad boys back like they never left. Very nice. Quick little backstory about these guys. When you look at this sneaker, you're not just looking at just a skateboard sneaker. You're looking at a sneaker that combined skateboard culture, sneaker culture, streetwear, and hip hop culture all combined together in one. This is a collab that was crazy as hell back in 2005 when we first saw it. Fast forward now, we've seen so many other collabs and artists get their own shoes. We got the Yeezys. You got Drake and his OVO Jordans. Travis Scott. The list goes on with so many different artists out there, guys, that has gotten sneaker deals or just did collabs and stuff. And you know, these here is just A1. A1. The Ice Cream Reebok Board Flip Watermelon marks the return of one of the most beloved skate-inspired sneakers from the mid-2000s. Originally introduced by Pharrell Williams and NIGO through the Ice Cream brand, the shoe combines bold watermelon-inspired colors, chunky skate styling, and a classic streetwear energy. After years of being a grail for collectors, the Watermelon Board Flip is finally back, giving sneakerheads a chance to own a piece of sneaker history while celebrating the golden era of Pharrell's influence on fashion and footwear. Not to mention, guys, back in those days, it wasn't just Pharrell having his deal with Reebok doing the ice cream sneakers, but You also had G-Unit. They had their sneakers with Reebok. And you also had Deshaun Carter's Jay-Z. He had a pair of sneakers going on with Reebok as well. Back during that time in the early 2000s, Reebok was killing the scene with sneakers. I mean, of course, things have shifted since then, but back then, Reebok had it going on. Everybody wanted to get their hands on at least one of those pairs that they were putting on the market at the time. You know, like I'm just saying, man, they had it going on back then. But jumping right back into things, we have here our BBC ICECREAM Reebok Board Flip watermelons. These are very clean. This shoe right here is very, very soft. You gotta also remember, these are skateboarding shoes. So just like a pair of SBs, you're gonna have a lot of padding, a lot of cushioning in these. Very, very nice. I love it. The tongue, the collar, everything, you know, all the material in here. Even when I'm touching the toe box, it just feels very soft with a lot of cushion. Very, very soft. So of course here, you see the upper. These are the watermelons. You see that green and that pink colorway. Those are inspired from watermelon colors. If you look at a watermelon, when you cut it, it's got the red inside. Of course, you know, it's not completely red. It's got like a reddish pinkish color. And then of course the green for the outer layer of that. This upper is made of a really nice quality of suede. When you're touching it, it feels very, very soft, nice and soft. And you can just see that there when I'm rubbing it, how that quality looks. You gotta just, you know, seeing it on video doesn't do it no justice. But when you guys touch it, it's just like, it'll make you say, wow, the quality is very, very nice in this. On the heel of the sneaker, of course, we also see the cone and skulls logo right there. Gotta love how they did that right there. It looked like an ice cream cone just looking at you. Now the toe box is very interesting in my opinion as well. You gotta think, of course, with these being skateboard shoes, they gotta be a bit durable, right? So right here is, you can feel the grip. That grip is very, very strong, extremely strong, you know. So I would say if you actually were skateboarding in these and you were kicking around, I don't think this toe box is gonna get scuffed up that easily just because of the texture and the material. You can just feel how tough it is. Jump into the toe box, you get your white tongue and you get these pink factory laces. But if you want to switch things up, they also give you a second set of laces if you want to put those white laces in there just to make them pop a tad bit more. And on the tongue, it says ICECREAM. Back of the shoe as well, it also says ICECREAM again. Not too bad. Midsole, not too much going on. Just get a white midsole with your pink stripe going across. Now, the sole of the shoe is even more interesting, because when you're looking at it, it looks like one of those waffles. So of course, if you're thinking of an ice cream cone, that's what you get when you see that here. But we also know that there's ice cream cones that got the chocolate on it, like a chocolate waffle cone. I love how they did that. And across all of the the top portion right here, it just says ICECREAM all throughout it. Very, very nice, guys. Very nice. And of course, last but not least, the insoles. You get your green insoles, and on those it says ICECREAM as well. Very nice, guys. All in all, this shoe right here is very nice to me. It brings me back to the 2005. It's just, you know, a nostalgic thing right here. And you know, another thing that's really interesting to me is these are technically a pair of Reeboks. You know, you see here on the tag with the shoestrings, with your extra laces, it does say Reebok. But the crazy part about it is, outside of that, there's no Reebok logo. There's nothing on this shoe at all that says it's Reebok. So I mean, if you didn't know that this were a pair of Reeboks, you wouldn't even think it, unless you're somebody like myself or others that know what these shoes are and know, okay, this is a collab with Reebok and ICECREAM and all that, you know. Very nice, very, very nice shoe in my opinion. What more can I say? There are a lot of other colors as well that came out back in the days. Not only did we just have the pink lemonades and the watermelon colorways, we've also had a few other colorways as well. And I know it's a lot of people out there that's hoping they bring those back. Yeah, the list goes on. The only thing we can do is stay tuned, you know. But other than that, guys, we're going to take a closer look at these bad boys, and then we are going to wrap this bad boy up. Bringing back a sneaker that is considered some people's grails from 2005. 20 years later, here we have, back like they never left, the ICECREAM Reebok Board Flip Watermelon. With an upper that is made of premium suede in a green color and hints of pink around the sneaker as well, making you think of a fresh slice of watermelon. Cones and Bones ice cream logo on the heel, factory laced in pink laces, but you also get a second set of white laces if you want to switch things up depending on how you would like to style them. Sole on the bottom of the shoe that makes you think of a waffle, but with the colors it makes you think of a chocolate covered ice cream cone. This is definitely one for those that are fans of this old school collab, or if you're just a fan of a shoe that is very stylish. So what do you guys think? Are you a fan or are you not a fan? Let me know what you guys think. Alright guys, there you have it, a look at our ice cream Reebok Board Flip watermelon color. Not a bad pair in my opinion. Actually glad I got a pair of these in my collection as well, just because of the memories and just the time back then when these released, and just brings back a lot of memories, you know. I would definitely love to know what you guys think. What are your final thoughts on these? Did you get a pair of these, or did you just say no, you were passed? And if you did get a pair of these, I'm interested, how did you style them? Give us some styling you know, tips in the comment box on how to style these bad boys, you know, for those of us that's not skateboarding in them, you know, those of us that just want to wear them for the casual wear, you know. And if you may, hit that subscribe button down there while you at it. Let's stay up to date with the latest and greatest when I'm dropping something new. You guys always come and check me out. You guys always coming by, dropping comments. The least I can do is return the favor and respond to your comments as best as I can when you guys are dropping them. So yeah, hit that subscribe, drop a comment or two. Also, you know, hit that like button as well. Just you know, hook it up. Other than that, we're gonna wrap this bad boy up. Stay blessed, stay fresh. Love your loved ones like it's no tomorrow. Until then, I'm gonna see you all very, very soon on the next one. Peace.